Due to Liverpool's mounting injury problems, there was a debut for young Kevin Sheedy. Let's join our commentator, Gerald Sinstadt.
The arrival of Kevin Sheedy means that Liverpool have now used 21 players this season in first-team games. And it also means a new role for Ray Kennedy. With both Phil Thompson and Alan Hansen injured, Ray will play for the first time in his career as a central defender. Birmingham, they've lost Alan Kirbishley through injury, so they have a newcomer in midfield too. He's 18-year-old Ian Handysides, whose only previous first-team appearance was a substitute against Southampton last month. Birmingham City, blue shirts, white shorts, kick-off, attacking the top goal. Early touch for Kevin Dillon and a useful-looking cross, but in the end an easy catch for Ray Clements. It's Kevin Dillon back in the side today after being left out last week. Neal. Souness, a little flick. Langan. Winscoe. Evans beaten by Kennedy. Souness. And Sheedy. Offside, Johnson. Ball from Sheedy was quick, but Johnson was quicker and had got the wrong side of the defenders. Derek Richardson, the referee today from Lincoln. Gemmell. Handysides wide on the left, Worthington on the right, and an even better ball on there for Evans. Clements miles out of goal, and Handysides must play it early, and still Clements had got back. That was a very good bit of work from Ray Clements, because he had got himself into all kinds of trouble then. He was way out on the edge of the box, didn't get the ball, but by the time Handysides had crossed, Clements was there. Terry McDermott getting a little treatment from Ronnie Moran. Liverpool's substitute is Jimmy Case. Made his 250th appearance for the club last Saturday at the Hawthorns. McDermott limps back into action, and Ray Clements will take the goal kick. Johnson, good jump. Langan wins it back. Header from Handysides to Todd. Now Broadhurst. Irwin's header. Souness to Dalglish. McDermott. And I don't think we shall see McDermott in this game a great deal more. Johnson. Money. And McDermott is clearly one-legged. Souness. Beaten by the outstretched foot of Kevin Broadhurst. And Jimmy Case is ready to come on now. Ronnie Moran just catching the attention of Mr. Richardson, and Terry McDermott will limp out of the game. Really nothing at all going right for Terry McDermott just at the moment. Jimmy Case back in action. Irwin reaching over Worthington and in fact holding him down. Gemmell to Dillon for Birmingham. Langan. Gallagher, and then Dillon off balance, and predictably the ball well over the top. Richard Money filling in at left back, although normally a right-sided player. Sheedy. Dalglish on nicely for Johnson, and Johnson in off the post. 1-0, and a very good goal it was too. Dalglish, Johnson, and that was that. First time touch. Johnson with a thigh, the outside of the right boot, the inside of the post, and that's the first goal of the game. 25 minutes gone. Nice little bit of service there from Kenny Dalglish. And a good bit of finishing from David Johnson for his 11th goal of the season. Gallagher. Header from Evans. Kennedy. David Johnson, who scored in the 3-1 League Cup defeat of Birmingham here, gets the first this afternoon. Now Sheedy to Dalglish. Stopped by Gallagher. Todd. Gemmell. Todd again. Robbed by Neil. Dalglish on for Neil. Flag stays down once again. And Neil has scored number 2. Once again, Dalglish is the provider. Once again, it's a marginal decision that sees the offside flag stay down. Looked as though Neil was all right from that angle, and he went on, and in spite of a bobbling ball, did very well to get it inside the post. So that is 2-0, with Dalglish once again the provider, and this time Phil Neal the finisher, his 3rd goal of the season. Dalglish, Johnson, Langan, Money, somebody who's not at the picnic today. Dillon lifting it over the top very cleverly for Langan, and Langan crossing well. Ainscough, good catch by Clements. Good move by Birmingham, best that they've put together. Starting with a nice little lift over from Dillon, which Langan now has. He crosses well. Ainscough makes the header. Clements the clutch. Case. Souness. Todd finds Worthington, and Worthington to Handysides. Gemmell, Evans, Handysides. Worthington near post, turning it back, and Evans makes it 2-1. Irwin and Kennedy get to their feet, looking at each other, and wonder how Evans had time to take that on his chest and put it away. Handysides the cross. Worthington had gone to the near post for the header, turns it back, and as the defenders come, Evans knocks it into the corner. So the marking wasn't tight enough, and Tony Evans gets his 3rd goal of the season. He gets it once more in the 4th minute that Mr. Richardson is adding on in this first half. Gemmell. Dillon. Langan. And after 4 minutes of injury time, Mr. Richardson sends them in with Liverpool leading 2-1. Kenny Dalglish, the provider who set up both the Liverpool goals, and it'll be worth looking again in particular at the first, so well finished off by David Johnson. Sheedy. Dalglish on nicely for Johnson, and Johnson in off the post. 1-0, and a very good goal it was too. 2-1, it is at half-time, and as we start again, the referee checks that the Birmingham substitute is in fact Don Givens. He's come on in place of Frank Worthington for the second half. Liverpool kick off, and the ball played wide to Neil. Lee. Todd. Dillon plays it back. First touch of the second half for Whelan. Langan. Kennedy. Money, Irwin. Johnson. Souness. Money. Sheedy. Dalglish down. Johnson into the gap. And a great shot against the post. Well, Liverpool has scored 2 very good goals in this game. And but for 2 or 3 inches, that would have been an even better one. Header from Dalglish. Johnson bursting into the gap. Good left foot, but it comes back off the post and Broadhurst clears. Gibbons turning it too hard for Handyside. Irwin, pass that was meant for Lee, but was easy for Handysides. He had the angle for a shot, instead tried to set it up for Gemmell. Gemmell to Evans, and Evans again. And he's angry with himself because he really had the clear chance for a goal there. You give credit to Ray Clements for having got the angles right, but even so, I think we shall find here that Evans had diddled himself a bit of space and didn't take full advantage of it. Gemmell to Dillon. Langan. Gemmell. And off Money for a corner. Gemmell will take it. Gallagher is on the near post. Broadhurst was up, and there's a header in from Ainscough after it had been set up for him by Gallagher, and that is 2-all. Gemmell's corner, that was Gallagher's touch, and that was Ainscough's. Well, both the Birmingham goals have come from slap in front of the goal, and it may well be that Liverpool are paying a bit for the absence of Thompson and Hansen, their 2 regular central defenders. Birmingham back in the game here at 2-all. Now Lee, could it soon be 3-2? Whelan's got in the way and it remains 2-all. And it's a goal kick into the bargain. The referee can only have decided there that that ball was over the line before Whelan's blocked it, but it's a very unpopular decision that he's made. Lee gets in. Well, maybe the goalkeeper didn't touch it at all, in which case it was a good decision, and we must give the referee the benefit of being close to it. Money. So Liverpool have lost the advantage that Johnson and Neal gave them. Evans pulling one back, and then Alan Ainscough throwing himself full length to get the equaliser. 2-all the final score.
So Liverpool's troubles continue, and after such a fine start too. The news of their latest injury victim, Terry McDermott, he's suffering from what is commonly termed housemaid's knee. And as we look at the top of the First Division tonight, Liverpool a point better off, but it really looks to be a straight race now between Ipswich and Aston Villa.
I think it's paying the price of their success in the last few years. I think they've done so well and played so many competitive games. I think the players are getting stale with so many games, and the injuries that they're having, they're catching up with them in actual fact.
Do you think that's affecting anyone in particular?
Well, a special notice I made on Tuesday in the game was Terry McDermott. I felt he was wanting to make these runs from deep positions that he's so famous for in getting goal situations, but I felt he couldn't quite make them on Tuesday, and I think he's one in particular, as we've seen today, coming off with that injury. He's one which probably is being affected the most.
Do you think they can recover from this?
I don't think they can recover this season. I think they've got 1 or 2 young players coming in, but I don't think it'll be this season before these players are ready.
Do you think they have enough quality and depth to cater for this? Because quite a few youngsters have come through this season, haven't they?
Yeah, I think obviously the league, I can't see them winning the league championship this year. I think the players would admit that themselves, and actually Phil Neal after the game on Tuesday was sort of admitting that to me after the game in the players' lounge. But with these 1 or 2 players coming through, it's important that these players have time and the confidence isn't knocked out of them before they actually get into the team.
Oh, they're good enough to win the League Cup, though, after knocking you out in the semis.
Yes, I think they can pull themselves together for this League Cup and obviously get themselves ready for the European Cup competition, which is not too far away.
And what about the European Cup? Of course, they're heavily committed there, too.
Well, it's down to their character, and as we see today, so many players were injured. They've got Phil Thompson and Alan Hansen, and I think they're two important players as central defenders. They've been playing very well together, and it's important that those two get back very quickly.